Goldman
Is
and
it
Citigroup
debatable
all
or is
night
it
long.
just false?
And we can have this discussion that's going to go way above the American people's head, but that's not what I campaigned on. I campaigned on delivering results for the American people.
Political response.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. This is Legitical Response, a little show I put together to kind of highlight some of the stuff going on inside the government, stuff dealing with congressmen, stuff dealing with senators, what they doing for us, what they not doing for us, all of the above, wrapping it all up. Now, what I'm about to bring to you comes from an interview that Tulsi Gabbard did with a congressman named George Santos. He was just elected. He hasn't gone in to serve yet, and apparently lied to get elected. He lied about his ethnicity. He lied about several things. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip, and I'm gonna interject in between to give my thoughts. Let's roll it.
See, I can say the same thing about the Democrats and the party. Look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden's been lying to the American people for 40 years. He's the president of the United States. Democrats resoundingly support him. Do they have no shame?
Okay, and this is exactly the type of crap I'm talking about we need to bring to light. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Thinking he can just lie to get into office and then say, oh, well, Joe Biden does it, the Democrats do it. No, that's the whole problem with politics these days. People are lying to the American people all the time, and we're fed up. We're tired of that bullshit. We need to get rid of all these politicians that just keep thinking that they can lie, apologize for it, and get away with it. No, I'm sorry. We really need to do something about this, and the only people that can do it is us. It's me, you, and everybody else. Now let's see what else this prick has to say.
My heritage is Jewish. I've always identified as Jewish. I was raised a practicing Catholic. I think I've gone through this. Even not being raised a practicing Jew, I've always joked with friends and circles, even in the campaign, I'd say, guys, I'm Jewish. Remember, I was raised Catholic. So, look, I understand everybody wants to nitpick at me. I'm going to reassure this once and for all. I'm not a facade. I'm not a persona. I have an extensive career that I worked really hard to achieve, and I'm going to deliver from my experience because I remain committed in delivering results for the American people. I campaigned on inflation. I campaigned on crime. I campaigned on education. I campaigned on delivering resolve for the American people. That's what the people of the 3rd Congressional District heard me on and on as I campaigned. Now it's going to be incumbent upon me to deliver on those results.
So it's incumbent upon you to deliver on those results that were lies. Lied to get where you are, now you gotta deliver more lies. Gotcha.
The results that people are looking for are called into question when you tell blatant lies, not embellishments. And this is, I think, one of the biggest concerns, Congressman-elect, is that you don't really seem to be taking this seriously. You've apologized, you said you've made mistakes, but you've outright lied. A lie is not an embellishment on a resume. You said you worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but they've said, we've got no record of this guy working for us. You've said you've gone to and graduated from these universities, but they've said, well, we've got no record of that. These are blatant lies, and it calls into question how your constituents and the American people can believe anything that you may say when you are standing on the floor of the House of Representatives, supposedly fighting for them. That's the real issue here.
Well, look, I agree with what you're saying, and as I stated, and I continue, we can debate my resume and how I worked with firms such as Goldman and Citigroup.
Is it debatable or is it just false?
No,
is it debatable or is it just false?
No, it's not false at all. It's debatable. I can sit down and explain to you what you can do in private equity, in capital intro, via servicing limited partners and general partners. And we can have this discussion that's going to go way above the American people's head. But that's not what I campaigned on. I campaigned on delivering results for the American people.
And there we go. There we have it. That's all you need to know about this guy right there. He's going to lie to the American people. He's going to lie to bring himself up, to get voted into Congress, and then call everybody else stupid because they can't understand what goes on Wall Street. Really, that is the problem with politicians. They think they're better than everybody else. Sorry, guy, you're not better than everybody else. You're not better than me. You're not better than the homeless guy living on the damn streets. I'm sorry. That's full of shit. He should be booted out of office immediately. Sorry, man. That's crap right there. But hey, that's our politicians for you. Sorry, Sackers.
This is not about settling scores, and I think you just kind of highlighted, I think, my concern, the concern that people at home have. You're saying that this discussion will go way above the heads of the American people, basically insulting their intelligence. So not only are you now backtracking on these lies that you've told, but you're saying that you can't explain it in a way that your constituents would actually be able to understand.
I can explain it in a way
and that these lies are debatable.
If you give me the time, I can easily I can easily explain it for you.
Oh, so you're gonna dumb it down so we can understand it. Right, yeah, that's a good way to plead your case, dude.
As in, when investors are looking for capital, and I'm sitting there doing due diligence on the appetite and what they're looking for, right? And we work alongside GPs and LPs to help them place this capital. This is what I was doing, and that's when I worked extensively with these firms and many other firms at my time as I was vice president of Linkbridge Investors. So this isn't a made-up narrative, but I feel like nobody really wants to sit down and talk about it. Everybody just wants to push me and call me a liar. Look, I embellished my resume. I did.
Congressman-elect Santos, we've given you a lot of time. I think the time that is owed is to the people of New York's 3rd. It's hard to imagine how they could possibly trust your explanations when you're not really even willing to admit the depth of your deception to them. Thank you so much for being here and joining us.
I think she just said it great. For everybody in New York's 3rd District, hey, look, I'm proud of you guys for electing a Republican. You know, it's clear you wanting some change. It's clear that the Democrat Party is not doing things right for you. But, man, if you guys would have done a little bit of research beforehand, you might have voted the other way. You might have voted for the Democrat, which at this point, it's hard to say which one is better. The Democrat's probably even more of a liar, but you never know. I mean, but I think she summed it up pretty good right there, that she brought him on so he could explain his case, so he could try to say, hey, look, no, this was interpreted the wrong way. This wasn't stated right, blah, blah, blah. But instead he comes on and tries to justify lying to the American people by saying, well, other people lie. Dude, no. I'm sorry. That's the problem with politics in America these days. He comes on there, tries to justify his lies, and then tries to insult the intelligence of the American people by trying to say they wouldn't understand Wall Street. You never know. But you don't beg for forgiveness by insulting intelligence. Come on, dude. I mean, what the hell are we doing here? We really need to get some better candidates in these elections. I mean, this is just getting plain ridiculous if you ask me. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. I want to thank everybody for watching and hit that subscribe button. Be positive. Peace.